After 5 weeks of battling the midges and 1,500 kilometers of cycling the Outer Islands and Highlands of Scotland, we flew to Prague, Czechia, on our way south towards Athens. We always took walking tours in every city we visited. Combined with our podcast while riding, the history of Europe came alive. It was a great way to learn. We both agreed Prague was our favorite city in Central Europe. We enjoyed the architecture, history, and culture. Europe was a fantastic place to learn about our Jewish roots. This cemetery is on the grounds of the oldest active synagogue in Europe. It dates back to 1270. It was amazing to see how Judaism flourished in Europe prior to the Holocaust. After a few days in the city, we were excited to move on south through the countryside. From Czechia. We just left the town of Kvilda, and this is the highest and coldest place in all of Czech. We're almost at the Austrian border, and we'll be leaving this higher elevation today. So we've got a big downhill. It's pretty cold. It's single digits, probably about 5 or 6 degrees. Yesterday it was raining the whole day. Not a very nice ride, but today is beautiful. And look at this beautiful road and forest, just like BC. The trees are starting to change colors, and we're going to be heading down to the lower elevations and the Danube tomorrow into Austria. There it is. We just turned over to 2,000 kilometers since the start of our trip, and we have another 3,000 to go to make it all the way down to Athens. We are standing on the border between Czechia and Austria. And up until 1989, this was the Iron Curtain fence. It's now a memorial, but you can see it's quite amazing and how they preserved this little part of it so we can see what it was like from 1945 until 1989. Unbelievable. So people on this side were in Czech, and they were in the communist world. And over here, here's Memorial. And over here is freedom of Austria. Unbelievable. The other interesting thing is this fence was put up overnight. So that house on that side was in communist Czech. Houses over there were in Austria. Completely free. Unbelievable. Welcome to Austria. Quite a change from Czech. Heading towards the Danube River. It was very emotional visiting the concentration camp. Mauthausen was a forced labor camp. There were 200,000 inmates, and about half of them died. It was liberated in 1945 by the Americans. Beautiful end of our day. We started in the Czech Republic about 75, 80 kilometers ago, and here we are on the EV6 going along the shores of the Danube River. It's very nice and comfortable and warm here. The weather's cleared up. We followed the Eurovelo 6 bike route for 500 kilometers along the Danube River and finished in Budapest, Hungary. This is right on the bike route through a town. Beautiful. What do you think of Bratislava? Another country. We left Vienna this morning and now we're in Slovakia. Good morning. Looking out over the Danube, almost in Budapest. And what did we just find across the street?
Purebred of Hungary.
Purebred. We got a bag full of baked goods. They're warm. They just came out of the oven. My, warm to touch. We've got breads. We've got apple cakes. Oh.
There's a lot of these.
We are standing on the Buda side, looking over at Pest, across the river. Combined, we're actually in Budapest. Budapest, and look at that. That's the Parliament buildings, all lit up. And this is such a beautiful evening boat ride. From the hotel in Budapest to the bus depot, and look at this great bus setup, and we've got no problem getting our bikes on, and there's a nice rack and they're locked securely. So let's head to Croatia.